Okay, we got Brad out there. He just did a review on a retired Sears Craftsman's wet grinder, and we're finding him some more retired tools. This time, a Black & Decker bench grinder. I don't think he can do anything with this. I just want to see what he does with it. Brad?
Yes.
Found another retired tool.
Okay.
I don't think you could do anything with it,
No.
but I'm always interested to see what can happen.
I don't know how they put stuff in boxes in different ways. Oh my gosh. That looks like a Black & Decker. Oh, Lord, that's got a good little motor in it. It's got a heavy cord on it. It's probably, could even be like a 8 or 10 amp motor, which means
It's dirty, it's old. I don't know, Brad.
It's starting to sound like me on a camping trip. And by the way, I'm old even when I'm not on a camping trip.
Or dirty.
Yeah, okay, and so we got a light here. We have to investigate everything when I get handed stuff. It's really actually pretty cool, but I can already see on the wheel, somebody ground on the grinding wheel something that was really soft or whatever, because it's all stuck in the grinding wheel, which means that's going to be a real pain in the ass to actually grind something smooth, because those lumps are going to hit.
Take an old knife and do it backwards and go against the grain.
Yeah, and see if I can cut that off of there.
Right.
And this is cool. You can tell it's an old tool. You know why? Because they actually put the grounding prong on there. A lot of companies, and this is a plug against the companies, they're stupid. Beep. Okay? You realize that when you plug something in and it only has the 2 prongs and it's going in the receptacle, and the receptacle isn't actually made to grab the hot, the 2 prongs here and hang on to them. So without the grounding prong going in there, it actually always just wants to fall out. But they say, oh no, it's double insulated, you'll never get shocked. Well, that's not the whole purpose for a grounding prong. See how long it is? It actually goes in there deep enough, okay?
It's an anchor.
And it's held, it's an anchor, So anyway, that's, if you're a company out there and you really want to make sales, go back to the grounding prong, whether you need it or not. Just do it, okay? I'd buy every tool you make that I need, just because it has that grounding prong on there, even though it's not needed as a grounding prong, okay? All right, so let's grab the butter knife. Hey, this is cool because, I worked on this butter knife in another video, and it's really actually quite thick. It's not like some butter knives. A lot of your old bread knives, butter knives, whatever you want to call them, table knives, were thin enough that you could actually use that serrated edge on there to cut your steaks and stuff. This one is super thick. Okay, it's almost as thick as it is at the back. All right, enough of that. So let's look and see here for just a second. I guess we just turn it on. We don't have any water. It's just your typical grinding wheel and your wire brush. Okay, so let's turn it on and see what happens.
That's why it has the mounting.
Yeah, it's supposed to be bolted to something. All right, so let's see. I'm going to turn it over backwards and see if I can scrape whatever that hard material was. All right, first, never operate your grinding wheel with such a gap. If something gets between that wheel and that guard, that your bench, your table there, you're going to get hurt. One way or another, you're going to get hurt. So
Show us with your pinky finger.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So let's turn it on. All right. It's 120 volt, 2.6 amps, 1/2-inch arbor, Black & Decker grinder, and a wire brush, kind of a buffing wheel. So let's just come in here. You know what I'm going to do? Well, yeah, I'm going to just, see how those things are on there? We'll let it do that. All right, that's obvious that there's something on that wheel that don't belong there, because it should be more like this. Not like that. And I don't know if I can...
a stone or something?
Well, I don't know if I can knock whatever it is off of that wheel that's on it, but let's just push in. And it looks like plastic, like glue. And see how the white strings? That's not metal, it's glue or something that's dripped on there. Well, it's possible.
You're getting it.
Yeah.
Wow, you're straightening that knife up too.
Yep.
Yeah, edge you're putting on it.
It's flat. Yeah, whatever it is that's right there, man, does not want to come off. Yeah. I would, if I owned this, I'd just go get another wheel. You can get wheel dressers. They have a handle, they got little wheels on them that are super, super hard material, and they're kind of notched.
What if you,
And they'll
what if you grab, would grabbing a rock do anything and rubbing it against it?
Well, you know what, it could be, but whatever, you know what they might have done? They might have ground aluminum. I think it's aluminum, to tell you the truth. Because see, right there it is. Let's see how it shines and see how it's stuck in there. All right, that's probably aluminum, and aluminum does not grind worth a damn. Okay, and once aluminum gets hot and gets in there, you know, and you could, I'm gonna go grab a rock.
Yeah.
And see if the
just
rock,
out of interest.
I don't think it's ever going to help me a lot because you've got to get below the surface of the wheel to get that out of there. But let's see. I don't want a great big rock because it won't fit in there. Well, this will. That surface right there. All right. People say, especially from down south, well, I sharpen with a rock. Well, what they really mean is they mean a whetstone, okay? But they call it old Rockstone, you know. So let's see what we got here. Hi, Cabo. Are you like being ignored, buddy? Yes, and then that's you. Yeah, sit down. Right there. We'll do child endangerment. All right. Come on. And so, nope. Ooh, so what's that? You're gonna have to hold.
Here, I'll hold. Fight fire with fire, right,
Yep.
Brad?
Well, it appears to be getting smoother.
What do you think?
Here's what I think. When all else fails, you need a hard job done, you need something tough, get the rock.
It's the truth.
You know what I mean. Get the rock. He'll do it for you. Okay, well, anyway, you know, I kind of flattened off, you know. I want to sell this rock to somebody. We sell a lot of stuff on our website. I'm going to sign and
Let's sign
date
it.
this
Yeah,
rock.
sign it.
And I'm going to sell this rock right here for $39.95 on the website, sharpensbest.com. First come, first serve. This video is going to get posted. Okay, and this is a river rock landscaping right out of the photographer, videographer, editor, promoter, producer, idea getter, Chance Buell's yard.
Famous on YouTube.
There you go. You know,
World famous.
World famous, because these YouTube videos go all over the place. So we have about 38,100.
Let's do a knife on this.
On this one?
Yes.
Okay,
Real quick, we got a box of knives, we got a butter knife.
Well, you know
we got
what?
A sharp-minded guy.
Okay, it's smoother. So anyway, we're going to sign and date that rock, and we're going to send it to somebody that wants to pay for it. So let's find a knife that I think needs help. I don't want to mess with these too awful much. I mean, I want to make them right, but I'm going to look at them and see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's leave that one alone. Okay. And I don't want to mess with that one or maybe this one. Okay, and these are knives that you can order out of magazines and stuff, and this is actually Chippewa Cutlery. And I was told, because my ex-wife's mother was half-blood Chippewa Indian, and actually it was called Ojibwa, but they shortened it to Chippewa, I guess, so it was easier to say. And if you've been to the bar, you might not be able to say Ojibwa.
Well, especially after a couple.
You know, and so who knows?
What you got?
They're really pretty nice. I mean, they're really actually pretty cool. They appear to be very well made. This is dyed bone, probably a red or purple dye that they put in the bone. Okay, and that's quite a knife, actually. So let's look. And they did a really good job on the butt. Okay, back here, I can see where it was attached. So the knife blade is made, and then they probably just drilled a hole, 1/4-inch diameter hole, maybe a little bigger, through the bone like that.
Hey, over there!
And then
hey, you!
Hey, you! What are you doing?
Can you grab us a Sharpie, please? Thank you.
All right, and so that's pretty, and it's pretty well made. Well, you know, kind of. Oh, wow, that kind of like bites on your hand. So,
what?
Well, it's just this part is bigger than the bone, and so when you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, when you, and it's actually, if you take brass, grind it 90 degrees, it really, see how that just comes to an absolute stop? There's an edge on there that actually could probably cut your hand. So that's not real cool. Hey, Sharpie man. Oh, huh? Oh, there it is. I got some sun in my eyes. Thank you very much, my lovely assistant. Okay. So let's, all right, so let's Sharpie up the edge.
Oh, you do? I got that for your autograph.
Oh, for the autograph.
But
Okay,
okay,
actually,
you're getting
I
crazy.
don't
No,
want
do it, do it, do it,
no,
do it.
because I can't get it all off of there.
No.
Yeah, so Sharpie would be for the rock. All right, that would be for Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me just kind of look this over before I do anything. So we can come in there like, I got to move my chair because it has a serious radius on it.
Okay, so talk about that. You're positioning yourself to use this.
Yeah. So we have to kind of get ready, and because I need both hands on this, it's going to be a little bit different because the grinder wants to walk away from me, you know. So
oh, that's right.
Actually, I got to get way out here so I can move. Because when you
do you want me to hold it while you do it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'll come around.
Yeah, that really big sweeping radius. When you come in there like that, you have to have room to come around like that. I'll probably start in here and come around that way. Okay. Because I don't want to end up on the tip, and then you can't be in the sun.
Let's move yourself over.
Well, I can't. Yeah, and I can't have my own body in the light.
It's just that time of day. It's a tough time of day for us right now.
Tough time of the day. Tough time of the day. It's going to drive me to drinking, I swear. Oh my God, if you have to, you drink water.
You have to.
All right. I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
So let me
I'm getting down with you here.
Let me just kind of get like, I'm going to get away from it. So it'd be, now if I was standing up and this was on a bench, you know, at waist height, or, you know, up here like this, that would be better. But since it's down there, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Oh, wait. Oh my God, I almost goofed and didn't do the slice test.
Paper test.
Paper test.
Paper test, please.
Paper test.
The PTP. Paper test, please.
Yeah.
You gonna do a PTP?
We're actually very well organized here.
We storyboarded this for weeks.
And then
if
we
you
threw
can't
the
tell.
storyboard away.
Yeah, we didn't feel it was necessary. Okay.
And you can see we don't rehearse any of this stuff. Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
That's actually pretty good. If you slice into it, push into it, cup the paper as I always do. I just tell you everything. I tell people at the gun shows, let me teach you how to slice paper. Because they actually think they know how to slice paper. And I could let them make their own knife dull in their eyes by the way, because they'll try to do this, they try to come in here like this, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I'll say, no, let me teach you how to slice paper so you know what I'm doing. Cup it in your fingers a little bit like that, between your fingers and your thumb, so it's a little bit radius, so it does have a small amount of rigidity to it, where if you do this, it doesn't. So you do that, and then I'm going to cut more with my fingers, so I'm pulling on the paper, not pulling on the paper down. So I'm going to come in here like that, and then I tipped it. You'll notice I always do that. I tip it up, and then I'll slice into it like that, or we get out here on the radius, where right about there's the sweet spot for the radius, because the paper is actually trying to slide up. So there are little things you do. So watch my videos and see that. Watch me tip the knife, turn the paper a little bit, cup the paper a little bit, cut into it a little bit, and things like that. Not to phony things up, but if you're going to make a knife cut super thin paper, the knife has either got to be like a razor blade, well, it has to be, or you've got to keep tipping the paper and turning into it, so you're chasing the rigidity that way, not like that. All right, anyway. And then see how I turn into it like that, and I can tease that paper, that knife way out there. So let's go ahead and work on it. Anyway, enough. But I just don't ever lie to my people. I don't do things like that because it's just not good.
Better not be fooling.
Okay, we got some serious. That's what somebody did. They ground aluminum on it, not knowing you can't grind aluminum. You have to use a really aggressive grit sander. Then you take wax or soap, and you push it against the wheel, and you fill the grinding pad with soap or wax, so there's just little tips sticking out, and the soap or wax actually plugs the grit, so that the aluminum can't go down into. I used to weld aluminum and fabricate aluminum, and I've seen people ruin all kinds of things because they didn't fill the grit with wax. Special designed tubes of wax that you just push against it, fill it up, do your grinding, fill it up, do your grinding, fill it up. All right.
Okay, someone mark this point. 1740. We actually get to work.
All right.
Okay.
Tell it's out of balance.
I'm coming.
Yeah, move that way.
So what's your what are you looking to do here now?
Well, I'm going to thin it out. I'm going to change the angle, the bevel, the degree, whatever you want to call it on the knife. And I'm going to make that knife sharper by thinning it at the cutting edge. And it's not going to look as pretty as it did when it was new, because it's not a sanding belt. Actually, it looks pretty good. I'll hold still. We'll see what you can see. It's a little awkward. Now, the other side is really awkward because when I do it, it's going to be in the shade. I have to look down at it and then come up like this because I'm not real good. Well, let's try it. Ambidextrous, left-handed. You can't get it in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Boy, this is not good. So let's go ahead and do this. And I'm almost doing it blind because in that shade, I can't really actually see the contact of the blade with the wheel, so that's not good. So let's just kind of go by experience of what I should be doing. Actually, that side looks really nice. And I'm very surprised because of, can you imagine a diamond cutter, a blind diamond cutter, trying to figure out how to cut a diamond? Well, that's just about what it's like with the sun to my back, shade, you're down in there. My eyes don't focus this far away all that good. My eyes at my age need to focus like that far away, you know, like that. You know, you see people, oh, can I hold that for you? You know, oops, so you can read it. All right, but that actually looks really good, and it's very shiny, so let's take a look. All right, just like that. And it looks really uniform, and it isn't too messed up. And this side actually looks pretty good too. So let's see, just with what we have. And I know that's got a burr on one side, a serious burr. Okay, that's really not too bad. Doesn't catch like I would like it to, but we're gonna fix that. All right, so let's go to work with
the pocket size Black & Decker bench grinder.
yeah, okay. So we have the Sharpen Spark here. This is the original Sharpen Spark, not the Sharpen Spark Mini. All right, and so it's got the two styles. It's got the capture carbide, so it's a V, it comes down in, so it's actually just like that, only they cross. And they're actually like this, one's over there and one's over here like that, but they cross. So you have a cutting edge on this side and a cutting edge on that side. So the leading edge cuts, and then the second edge back cuts the other side. So that's how it works. And then we have the open face straight line carbide. So I call it open face for an obvious reason. Then we just call it the straight line carbide because it's that corner sticking out there. So I'm just going to run it along like this at the same bevel, just like that, right on out, right off the point of the knife, just like this. See, if I'm flying right off like that, I'll never take the point off. I'll actually make the point sharper and sharper and sharper, just like that. By the way, quick explanation. If you actually break the tip off, the point off your blade, take the grinding wheel, grind right straight into the blade, cut the cutting edge completely off of it until you get to the back of the knife like that. Okay, that'll develop a tip again. Then you have to actually reprofile the cutting edge, and you have to do this easy and kind of gentle because you don't want to heat it up. That little tiny tip on that blade, if you get it, I think it's about 400 degrees, and you'll know if it turns blue, you're past the point of no return. You got to regrind it gently, get away from the blue, get away from the heat that you put into it. You took out the temper of the blade. So that's just a little, hey, this is how we fix. At the gun shows with my Black & Decker belt sander, I will actually take, and come right in like this, right against it, cut it down, bring it to the back, reprofile it, and then clean it up and make it sharp again. So, little things that you need to know if you're going to be fixing your own knives. If you break the tip off, be gentle enough with it. Don't put too much pressure on it. Don't get it too hot. Just like that. I can come back this way, that way. Okay, I'll slow down so you see I'm actually flipping. So I'll get up here where it's, and this is really soft steel. This is not hard steel at all. I can tell, but see how it grabs? I'm barely putting any pressure on it. See how it doesn't want to go? That means it's actually biting that steel. So it's a pretty knife. It goes in a case to look at, but this would never be a knife that you would actually take out and use hunting, and stuff like that. You could stab things with it. It's a good stabber, but it would never hold an edge very long. It's for looks. It's so soft that it's actually going to be very hard to get that little burr, that little wire edge off the blade. So let's see what we got now. Well, that's actually...
Nothing beats a Sharpen Spark.
That's really actually quite sharp.
All right, but in review, was it fun to use that Black & Decker?
You know, it really was. If it was in good shape, the wheel and everything, it was mounted down, you had the right light, you could really do a lot of shaping and sharpening. Any nuts and bolts and things, if you cut all thread stock off and then you clean up the threads, wire brushing stuff, let's say that this was all rusted and everything, you might wire brush it lightly, then you'd buff it back up. So if that was mounted to a bench and I had it in my garage or something, that would be a good idea. It'd be a good deal. So anyway, it used to have plastic flaps that come down to protect your eyes. This one's broke off. I don't know how old it is, but it's not a new. It's obviously, I don't know, I'm thinking got to be
30 plus?
yeah, probably 30 or more years old. And first of all, it does have the grounding plug, and that's an indication of a timeline. So it's pretty cool. It works really good. I like it. You know, if I owned it, I'd change the wheel so that those big aluminum pieces weren't in there.
All right, let's make it official. We have a rock that needs to be signed.
We have a rock. Okay.
All right, buddy. Here we go, people.
I'm going to sign
The one-of-a-kind river rock.
All right.
Colorado White River Rock.
All right. And you're going to see where I actually trued up the grinding wheel, took the aluminum off. Hey, buddy, how you doing? All right, let's sign Cabo. All right. So, we're going to do it just like this. Isn't it funny how I quit talking when I actually want to?
Well, if you talk and sign at the same time, you may actually write the words you're saying by accident.
I've done
We've
that
all done it.
sort of
We've all
before.
done it.
And it's not real easy to write.
It's very porous and coarse.
I don't even know what today is. I do the show at 7. Ninth?
Just do the year.
Okay, let's do
the end of the pandemic, the start of the new world, the good times to come, the end of it all. I don't know. 2021.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's the end of the pandemic anyway.
That's not. That started in that
so
new
we're
thing.
We're just gonna go with the year.
And of course, the signature smiley face.
All right. Bradley Buckner.
First one come, first one get.
There you go. Look up the highest ranking military officer to die in World War II. That's all I'm going to say. Highest ranking officer to die in like the last week of World War II. Look him up, see who it is.
All right, and bonus question. Anyone can tell, hello! Anyone can tell how many dogs we have here today?
In the dog sitting farm.
Count the dogs.
Yep, count the dogs.
Get a bonus.
This is Brad Buckner, sharpensbest.com. You take care. You stay sharp out there.